Hello, I'm Trish and welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. I put up videos every Sunday. We have the weekly transformational energy message, and I also put up another message each week of inspiration and transformation. So subscribe, and we'd love to have you here as part of the community. All right, how has your week been last week? It was a little bit tricky, I think, with some of the energies, and we're also heading into a Mercury retrograde. So, there could have been some communication issues. I know for me, the technology was a little funny. So if that is going to happen to you this week, because it's retrograde from the 17th, the first thing I want you to know is that the planets are always retrograding, and by making a big commotion about it, I guess, in your own mind and life, it will be pushing against it and making it worse. So to really flow every time there's a Mercury retrograde, because Mercury is about communication, just understand that if things aren't working properly, if they're a bit strange with your technology, or things are a bit clunky, or if people are not communicating with you well, or you're not understanding other people well, just breathe into it and go, okay, I'm not going to allow this to cause too much commotion in my life. I'm just going to breathe it out. If it's a computer issue or some technology, just let it go, just walk away from it and come back to it. If it's a communication issue with people, just try not to get caught up in the drama of it. So that's the advice this week as far as the retrograde goes. As far as the tarot goes, I'm using the Osho Transformation Tarot this week for our message. And this first thing I want to say to you about the cards and the way that I use them, and the way that Osho in particular, why he designed this deck of cards, was not as a fortune-telling device, not as a divination. It's actually a tool, and this is how I see different of the tarot and other different cards and different divination tools. I see it as a way to really have a look at what is happening now in your life and find the solutions to move forward. And in this Osho deck, it really is about that. So the two cards that I pulled this week is really interesting because most messages kind of reflect the collective of you guys who are watching, but they also usually reflect where I'm at as well. So look at the back of this deck. Isn't it gorgeous? This is the Osho deck. So the two cards that came out are 58, Doing, and number 10, Worth. And I want to read the actual saying, the Osho saying from the book for you for both of these cards. But first, let me say that this week really is about getting things done, but it's also about letting go. Now, we can try to manifest things into being by, imagining it, feeling it, dreaming it. But there needs to be some action taken as well. You need to be moving towards what it is that you desire, not just dreaming it. So there needs to be some doing here. But with that doing also comes some letting go. And yes, you can have an idea of what you want, but then you need to take action steps to it. But then there's also a sense of letting go then, and letting the universe do the rest, and knowing that, your worth is not in question here. It's divine timing that is putting everything together. So, what are your intentions? what are your intentions for a beautiful life? What are your intentions as to how you'll serve in this lifetime? What do you intend to feel? What is it that you want? What is your greatest intention in life? And you could do a general one, like for your big intentions, like your purpose, your passion, your dreams for your family, yourself. You can also bring it back down to just this week. What are your intentions this week? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to bring into your life this week? And you can do all the manifesting things, write it down, write out your goals. So do the practical as well. Write down your goals, do a vision board if you like, feel into it, meditate, really start dreaming of already being in that uh, intention. But then take some action towards it and really align yourself in beautiful energy, and then take inspired action towards that goal or that intention this week. So there needs to be some doing, and then there needs to be some trust and letting go of any preconceived outcome, and let the universe really just line things up for you. And as they line up, take the action as they line up. So I want to read to you. The first one that came up was 58, doing. So I want to read this for you, and there'll be a message here for you. Trust in Allah, but tether your camel first. Each day it happens. You could have done something, but you didn't do it. And you were using the excuse that if God wants it done, he will do it anyhow. Or you do something and then you wait for the result. You expect, and the result never comes. Then you are angry as if you have been cheated, as if God has betrayed you, as if he is against you, partial, prejudiced, unjust. And and there arises great complaint in your mind. Then trust is missing. This happens to so many of us, right? We want something, we take the action, we expect a certain thing, it doesn't show up, we're disappointed, we lose our trust. The religious person is one who goes on doing whatsoever is humanely possible but creates no tension because of it. Because we are very, very tiny, small atoms in this universe, things are very complicated. Nothing depends only on my action. There are thousands of crisscrossing energies. The total of the energies will decide the outcome. How do I decide the outcome? Or how can I decide the outcome? But if I don't do anything, then things may never be the same. I have to do, and yet I have to learn not to expect. Then doing is a kind of prayer with no desire that the result should be such. Then there is no frustration. Trust will help you remain unfrustrated, and tethering the camel will help you to remain alive, intensely alive. So this is about doing and then trusting, doing, trusting. Now, the other card that came up is worth, and I'll just read you this little verse. On the virtues of uselessness. Don't be bothered too much about utilitarian. I can't say the word. Don't be bothered too much about utilitarian ends. Rather, constantly remember that you are not here in life to become a commodity. You are not here to become a utility that is below dignity. You are not here just to become more and more efficient. You are here to become more and more alive. You are here to become more and more intelligent. You are here to become more and more happy, ecstatically happy. And you see in the fields here, there are people doing as well. It really is a week of trust. It really is a week of trust. Taking guided inspired action to whatever you want to transform in your life or change in your life, whatever it is your goals are. Take the action and let go of the outcome and just trust that things are being lined up. You'll also need to trust in divine timing, right? Don't put a time limit on it. And I've had that very wise advice over this weekend as well. Now, the other card I asked for was from the Oracle of E. I love this deck by Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. And we got entangled. And the interesting thing is that I want to say to you is that this fell out as I was shuffling, and I thought, oh, that's not the one. Right? That's, I need to shuffle a bit more. I shuffled a bit more, it fell out again. I'm like, okay, that is the one. And the message with entangled really is that it goes back to what Osho was saying with doing. We are a very small molecule in the scheme of things, and we are entangled with so many other elements that need to take place for our outcome to occur. So when we understand all that, we can then understand that letting go will enable all those parts to come together. So let me read you Entangled. You would probably call what's about to happen synchronicity, or maybe even coincidence. Au contraire, the big truth is you are already connected to everything and everyone. Quantum physics has its own name for it, entanglement. And the reason it appears that all ducks are lining up on your behalf right now is because you're finally paying attention. Let the games begin. I feel for many of you watching this week that things are going to start lining up, and they will start lining up because you've taken the action, and now you are having that trust and letting go and trusting the process. So I think a powerful week coming up, and a real lesson in letting go, but also a lesson in taking that guided action towards your goal, towards what it is that you intend for your life, and really tuning into that energy of doing and also being. It's the masculine and feminine energy. Do, be. And really understand that, you are entangled with everything and everyone in this universe, and your worth is not in question here. And because something doesn't show up for you is not because you are not worthy to receive it. It's because things are lining up, and your perceived outcome of the result is perhaps different to what the universe is lining up. So you will resist anything that's outside of that. So this week, let it go, trust, take guided action, and know that everything is coming to you in divine order, divine timing, and you are absolutely worthy and magnificent, and you deserve everything that you are putting out there, and all of your intentions and everything that you desire. All right, I hope you have an amazing week. If you would like to reach out, see more of my work, or book in a reading specifically for you, then please click on the links in the description and you'll be able to do that. Please subscribe. I put up videos every Sunday, so subscribe, and also hit the little notification bell, and you'll be notified as soon as the videos go up each week. Have an amazing week. Bye for now.